You start to meet very rich and powerful people, and what you realize is that nearly everybody who is rich to some degree has either broken a lot of laws or is still breaking a lot of laws.
Yeah, but they're playing the game the right way.
They're playing the game the right way.
They have a lawyer advising them.
Oh, yeah. They're not breaking laws like stupid. They're breaking
I've
laws
always
smart.
told guys that if you're going to be a career criminal, the first thing you need to do is retain a really good lawyer that specializes in your type of crime, stupid.
You need to
That way they can advise you preemptively before you even do what you do. They tell you in which way you could do that. And
go tell your lawyer your plan and see what you say. Something like that. But
to an extent. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it isn't. I mean, I'm not obviously advocating people to be criminals. I'm just saying whatever the hell you do it to the best of your ability. Like I look like a Brittany Renner, and it's like everybody wants to criticize it and cover the story. I don't care. I look at it and I say I don't condone, I don't approve of the lifestyle, but I respect the fact that she's doing it to the best that it can be done. That's her sport.
Yep, completely.
You know what I mean? That's her sport. She's playing it like a champion right now.
Completely.
How long the career will last is yet to be, yet to be seen.
No, it's true. It's true. But like in the richest circles of life, it's kind of just, you're right. Lawyer is a fantastic one. But you know, another thing I realized when I kind of got a bit of money is that for so many crimes out here in the world, the punishment is a fine. You know, it's some kind of financial
gain for the system.
Yeah, it's some kind of financial punishment so the system gains. But there's also another flip side to that, which means if you have unlimited money and the punishment for said action is a fine, there's no punishment. So the point is that fines are a socioeconomic crime. So what they do with a lot of laws, when you start looking at them, is they make laws for the poor people. They're not for the rich people because they know the rich guy doesn't give a fuck. And this is the exact point I'm making with a lot of things, especially these COVID lockdowns and stuff, right? You get fined, wear your mask, It doesn't matter if you're rich. None of it matters. So they make all these laws. If you start going through the law book and realizing how many of them are financial and fines, it's all bullshit. You know who have the most financial penalties? Banks. All these banks, Goldman Sachs and all them, if they go and steal $1 billion, they got to pay 50M. Fine, damn it. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
I remember reading a story like that, and I was like, yo, what's
a big for most.
I was like, yo, how are you going to sit here and make it public knowledge that they stole more money than the fine? I was like, how is this even?
Yep. That's the game. So once you get some money, you realize that at least 70 to 80% of the legal code.
The people are just so distracted is what it is. Because when they say stuff like the powers in the people, I mean, it sounds cute and just something you throw around. No, that shit's real.
It is
because if that information is public and it's a particular bank, right? Let's say it's Chase Morgan or something like that. It's easy for everybody that has a Chase Morgan to say, you know what? We're boycotting. We don't want to bank with you anymore unless the people dictate. You know what I mean? That's why they keep us distracted.
That's why they keep us distracted and they keep us divided. And that's the
divided
two things they do. And it's kind of like another thing about, you know, having a bit of money, because I'm not that rich, but I'm rich enough now, and I'm rolling in probably the highest echelons of society. I'm sitting in Dubai with a bunch of boys with 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. And another thing that really like clicked in my brain is when you use money to make money, which is what a lot of rich people do, what you're actually doing is you're robbing the wealth from the lowest member of society, the lowest area of society, and you're turning it into something useless. So you have people out here on the street sweeping streets, right? You're robbing their work, their effort. You're stealing their effort, and you're turning it into more numbers on a screen for some guy who doesn't need the numbers.
It doesn't need that much.
It doesn't even need it. So like a lot of the stuff they're doing is purely evil because they're genuinely stealing the hard work of people who are out here on the streets and turning it into something, a commodity which is basically useless. Some stock and some bank they're never gonna fucking shit sell. It's really insidious and it's really criminal on so many levels, and it's not just a matter of greed. Like there's a whole bunch of examples where I've been involved in. Long story, but I was talking to some guy and he was telling me about the commodities markets and how all this kind of thing works and the price of oil and the price of food, the price of grain. And they were saying that he's saying Goldman Sachs have heavily, this was about 5 years ago, Goldman Sachs had heavily influenced the price of grain because they had enough people who were gambling on the price going up. And he goes, so Goldman Sachs made a bunch of money and their clients made a bunch of money, but 150 million people starved to death. Like it's crazy.